Good evening and welcome. Tonight we have a tale that will leave you both amazed and slightly terrified. It's a story that combines the world of espionage with the absurdity of real-life events. I'll be your guide through this captivating journey into the realm of this real-life Bond villain. Now, we all know that Bond villains are larger than life. They possess an air of mystery, an insatiable thirst for power, and a knack for evading capture. And today we introduce you to a man who seems to embody all those qualities and more. His name is Li Fangwei, but you can call him the Chameleon. Li Fangwei is not your typical villain. He's not stroking a cat or living in an underground lair. No, this man operates in the real world, walking a fine line between legal and illegal activities. His story reads like a script from a Bond film, filled with clandestine deals, international intrigue, and a cat-and-mouse game with the world's most powerful nations. Li Fangwei, or Carl Li, as he's known in some circles, has been accused of being a key player in Iran's missile program. The United States government has described him as a principal contributor to Iran's pursuit of ballistic missiles. But what makes him truly fascinating is his ability to evade capture and continue his operations right under the noses of authorities. Now, I know what you're thinking. How does he do it? Well, my friends, Li Fangwei possesses the chameleonic qualities of a true Bond villain. Despite being the subject of sanctions, having a bounty on his head, and being indicted by the US Department of Justice, this man has managed to adapt, evade, and continue supplying sensitive ballistic missile parts to Iran. It's like he's playing a game of hide and seek with international law enforcement agencies. But here's the thing, and this is what separates Li Fangwei from the fictional villains we love to hate. He doesn't fit the stereotypical image of a Bond villain. He's not a maniacal mastermind with a grandiose plan for world domination. Instead, he operates in the shadows, using his business acumen and legal grey areas to his advantage. His weapons of choice: dual-use goods, products that can be used innocently in everyday life but have the potential to aid military endeavors. Li specializes in trading these dual-use goods, which include items like graphite, fiber-optic gyroscopes, and other high-tech components used in aerospace and missile guidance systems. And the brilliance of his business model is that these products don't scream illegal like a stolen nuclear warhead might. They can be easily explained away as intended for industrial purposes, creating a veil of plausible deniability. So, my friends, let us delve into the world of Li Fangwei, the enigmatic chameleon of international proliferation. As we peel back the layers of his operations, you'll see how he manages to stay one step ahead of the law, juggling aliases, front companies, and connections that would make even the suavest of Bond villains envious. But hey, don't keep all that knowledge to yourself. Join our community of curious minds by subscribing right now. When you do, drop us a comment saying, "I subscribe," to let us know you're on board. We'll do our best to respond and engage with your questions and suggestions. Together, let's uncover the hidden secrets and untold tales on casual history. Li Fangwei, the man of mystery. It's as if he stepped right out of a spy novel, complete with a murky past and an air of intrigue. Born in Heilongjiang, China, on September 18th, 1972, Li Fangwei's early life is a riddle waiting to be solved. Little is known about his upbringing, his family, or the circumstances that shaped him into the enigmatic figure he is today. And that, my friends, only adds to the allure of our Bond villain in the making. Now, I have to admit, this level of secrecy is impressive. The man knows how to keep his cards close to his chest. But don't worry, we won't let his mysterious origins stop us from peeling back the layers and revealing the truth behind this captivating character. While we may not have all the details of his early life, one thing is clear: Li Fangwei is no ordinary individual. He possesses an innate talent for navigating the treacherous waters of international trade and proliferation. It's as if he was destined for this role, honing his skills in the shadows until he emerged as a formidable force in the world of illicit activities. But remember, my friends, a Bond villain is not born overnight. It takes years of experience, cunning, and a touch of audacity to become a worthy adversary. And Li Fangwei, with his unknown past and mysterious origins, fits the bill perfectly. Now, the art of dual identities, Li Fangwei certainly knows how to keep us guessing. Just when you think you've got a handle on him, he slips into a different persona like a master of disguise. One moment he's Li Fangwei, the next he's Carl Li, blending seamlessly into the shadows. Now let's pause for a moment and appreciate the brilliance behind this duality. It takes a special kind of person to effortlessly switch between identities, always staying one step ahead of the game. Li Fangwei's ability to assume different aliases adds a layer of intrigue and complexity to his character, making him a true Bond villain in every sense. But why the need for multiple identities, you might ask? Well, my friends, it's all about survival and evading capture. By operating under different names, Li can manipulate front companies and deceive those who dare to stand in his way. It's a game of cat and mouse, with Li donning different masks to keep his true intentions hidden from prying eyes. Just imagine the possibilities. One moment, he's Li Fangwei, the seemingly innocent businessman. The next, he's Carl Li, the mastermind orchestrating elaborate schemes behind the scenes. It's the stuff of espionage thrillers, and Li Fangwei has perfected the art of playing both sides of the coin. As the diabolical endeavors of Li Fangwei continue to unfold, this Bond villain doesn't just dabble in the arms trade, he plays a significant part in fueling the world's most dangerous conflicts. Li's involvement in Iran's ballistic missile program is a stark testament to his villainous ambitions. He is not merely a middleman, he is a principal contributor, a driving force behind Iran's pursuit of devastating missile technology. Through a network of front companies and deceptive tactics, Li procures dual-use goods, blurring the line between legitimate trade and illicit proliferation. One striking example of Li's sinister dealings is his connection to Limt Economic and Trade Company Limited. Designated under Executive Order 13382 in June 2006, Limt was exposed as providing material support to Iran's ballistic missile program. And who was at the helm of this treacherous operation? None other than Li Fangwei himself, using the alias Carl Li. Li's ability to operate through front companies like Limt demonstrates his mastery of deception and his insidious commitment to advancing Iran's missile capabilities. But the story doesn't end there. Li's manipulative tactics extend far beyond a single front company. Sinotech Industry Company and MTTO Industry and Trade Limited are just a couple of the entities he has used to facilitate his illicit operations. These companies, seemingly innocuous on the surface, become conduits for transferring funds, procuring goods, and supporting Iran's missile program. It's a web of intrigue designed to evade scrutiny and maintain Li's position as a key player in the global arms trade. Furthermore, Li's reach extends beyond the borders of China. Sinotech Dalian Carbon and Graphite Manufacturing Corporation, along with Dalian Zhongchuang Cha White Company, have served as vessels for delivering at least 23 separate shipments to Iran. By utilizing front companies such as these, Li ensures a steady supply of sensitive technologies, feeding Iran's insatiable appetite for destructive weaponry. Now let's peel back another layer of Li Fangwei's villainous persona, his financial wizardry. This is where things get really interesting. Li possesses an uncanny ability to manipulate the global financial system, orchestrating deceptive schemes that would make even the most seasoned con artist envious. One of Li's most notorious feats of financial wizardry involves his skillful use of front companies. These entities, carefully crafted to mask his true intentions, have become the perfect vehicles for his illicit activities. Take, for example, Limt Economic and Trade Company Limited, designated in June 2006 for providing material support to Iran's ballistic missile program. Li, operating as the commercial manager of Limt, ingeniously directs funds from other companies with which Limt has contracts to his various front companies, such as Sinotech Industry Company and MTTO Industry and Trade Limited. It's a complex web of financial transactions, expertly designed to evade detection and further his nefarious agenda. But that's not all. Li's financial prowess extends to his management of Sinotech Dalian Carbon and Graphite Manufacturing Corporation. And let's not forget, and this is going to be a mouthful, Dalian Zhenghua Maoyi Yuxian Gongxi, also known as Dalian Zhenghua Trading Company. Li employs this front company to handle his financial dealings with Iran. In a clever maneuver, Li enters into a contract with a Chinese manufacturer, arranging for an aramid fiber production line to be provided to Dalian Zhenghua Trading Company. To transmit the down payment for this transaction, Li cunningly utilizes a bank account previously associated with Carrot Industry Company Limited, further obscuring his financial trail. Li Fangwei's financial wizardry is nothing short of remarkable. Through a labyrinth of front companies, convoluted transactions, and deceptive maneuvers, he has managed to exploit the intricacies of the global financial system to his advantage. It's a chilling display of his ability to outwit authorities and amass the resources needed to fuel his villainous pursuits. Finally, we have the elusive nature of Li Fangwei, our Bond villain extraordinaire. Just when you think you have him cornered, he slips away like smoke, leaving investigators scratching their heads in frustration. Li's ability to remain one step ahead, to vanish into thin air when the heat is on, is truly remarkable. One prime example of Li's elusive nature is his adeptness at using aliases and false identities. As we mentioned earlier, Carl Li is just one of the masks he wears, seamlessly blending into the shadows. But it doesn't stop there. Li has a knack for creating front companies and manipulating their operations, making it incredibly difficult for authorities to trace his footsteps. Whether it's Success Move Limited, Sinotech Industry Company, or the many others he has set up, Li's web of deception is extensive, rendering him virtually invisible. But it's not just his ability to hide behind false identities that makes Li so elusive. He possesses a remarkable talent for exploiting legal loopholes and leveraging international financial systems to his advantage. Li has demonstrated a keen understanding of the complexities of global regulations, allowing him to navigate through them with ease. He brazenly engages in international commercial transactions, using United States financial institutions, despite being indicted on charges of violating US law. His audacity knows no bounds, and it only adds to his air of mystique. Furthermore, Li has a remarkable talent for staying one step ahead of authorities who are tirelessly pursuing him. Despite being indicted in 2014, he has managed to evade capture for years, always managing to slip away at the last moment. His ability to elude law enforcement agencies and evade arrest is nothing short of astonishing. Li Fangwei's elusive nature is what sets him apart from ordinary criminals. He operates in the shadows, leveraging false identities, exploiting legal grey areas, and consistently outsmarting those who seek to bring him down. It's a game of cat and mouse, with Li always managing to be the one pulling the strings. In conclusion, our captivating account unveils Li Fangwei as an actual incarnation of a Bond villain, whose audacious acts have reverberated across the realm of global security. With a bounty of up to $5 million on his head, authorities around the globe remain on high alert, eager to bring this elusive mastermind to justice. Now, before we part ways and grab that phone to get that bag, I have something extraordinary to share with you. Cast your gaze to the top of your screen, where a captivating tale awaits. Enter the realm of Project Stargate, a clandestine endeavor that entwines the enigmatic CIA and the realm of psychics. Prepare to be enthralled as you delve into a world where psychic abilities were harnessed and explored for clandestine purposes. It's a story that will leave you questioning the boundaries of human potential and the mysteries hidden within the shadows. So, my friends, take the next step and click on the next video to uncover the secrets of Project Stargate. The journey awaits, and it promises to be a mesmerizing exploration into the unknown. Enjoy!